Hey guys, it's Steven from Legit Tech Tutorials, the Legit Mobile and the Legit PC. And I just started talking, so now my cat is getting really angry that I'm not talking to her and I'm not giving her attention. Ooh, sorry. So yeah, remember that we had issues. So what we're doing today is we are back working on Zombie Alamo. So some of the issues that we have to finalize are that the gate was being damaged too quickly, and that we need to change the tag for the open gate. So when the open gate is there, the zombies are not interacting with the open gate. They are only interacting with closed gate. So if you remember, this is what happens, and it basically infinitely goes down. So also we have to do a limit for the bottom of the gate so that it doesn't go below 0. So let's go ahead and open up Visual Studio here, and let's go ahead and get started. So that's a couple things that we need to do. Again, need to make 2 different gate tags, gate O, gate C, gate O, and the zombies are only going to interact with gate C. They are not going to interact with gate O. So let's go ahead and open our scripts here. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got here. So, we're basically just going to have to change. So here are zombies, and they're collision gate tag gate. So we're going to change this to gate C and gate O. But we do have an issue. Gate hitting, zombie hitting gate transforms, slow down. So. So where are we doing gate damage? Okay, so here, if gate hitting equals 1, so it's hitting gate. If it's no longer on collision exit, gate hitting is equal to 0. So this is every second. So every second we go to game controller. Every second gate damage is 1. So every second times the number of zombies. So it's doing like 5 per second. So, I mean, that should take way longer than it's actually doing here. So that's very strange. So let's say every 2 seconds, because we want to keep that as a solid number. We want to keep it in the single digit. So basically what I'm thinking here is that we just keep modifying this and just see what happens. So let's give it a try here. And very strange. It takes a long time to start moving. I don't know why that is. So here we're back in game controller. And another thing is we need to actually do it where when the gate hits 0, it opens the gate. So first thing let's do is let's change the gate tag. So let's say tag, add tag. So let's remove this. Can't remove. Okay. So let's add gate C, save, and gate O. So cool. Now we have this one is going to be gate. Wait, what? So this is going to be gate O, and then we're going to return this back into the prefab. Oops. Actually, we're just going to change it here. Gate O. This is going to be gate C. And then this is also going to be gate C. Cool. So now we have those, and this is good, and that's good. Now we need to change it wherever we see in the script. So we're going to go in. We're going to go zombie. And then we're going to say if it's gate C, gate closed, on collision exit gate C closed, then it's going to do that. Oops. And then for the character controller, if we hit get key code W, and cage interact is equal to 1. So that's here, zombie on trigger gate C, or gate O. Let's do this again. Gate C or gate O, because either or we want it to do, we want it to interact. So that's good. Stamina, etc., etc., etc. There. So now, why is it attacking, doing so much damage? Damage gate damage times zombie left and round. So this is static. So basically, we're sending it here. Gate health minus gate damage. So where's it updating gate health? Okay, and then this is damage. So what I'm going to say here, damage gate. I'm going to do an if gate health is greater than 0. Sorry, greater than 0. If not, we need to basically, else, we need to swap the gate. So I think that's here, regen gate, zombie. Open or close gate. Basically is what we need to do. So I'm going to say here, gate depleted. Gate health depleted. Gate health depleted. Opening gate. Alright, let's give that a shot, see what happens. Any errors? No errors. Whoa. The lag. Strange. I wonder why it's getting so laggy. Whoa. Okay, so something's happening here where when it opens and closes the gate, it's having issues. What are you doing? Sorry, let me let my cat out here. Maybe she doesn't want to go out. Okay, so gate health depleted, opening gate, open or close gate. If the gate health is above 0, if not, it opens closing gate. So it looks like we're having some issues with it closing, being able to close again. So let's double check, make sure everything still works. The delete. I forgot to change the delete right here. Okay, so gate C, and then gate O. What's wrong? gate C or gate O. There we go. Now let's try it. So I think that was the issue, is that I didn't change it there. So let's double check. Let's go through all of these and see and make sure that we changed everything. So Control F, gate. There's nothing in there. Okay, so that looks good. So obviously that doesn't work because there's no rigid body. Okay, cool. So it looks like everything works now. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm a little sick on the sick side. Okay, so everything is good. We're back in game. Now we need to drop a new close gate right there. Right, and then it's basically going to spawn a gate over here. Yeah, so it's because it's only spawning in that area. Whoa, what is going on? Okay, so gate is back. Whoa. Oh, I think it's because I'm clicking out. When I click out, it lags like crazy. Okay, so that looks like that works. So it is now destroying the gate, and it's opening the gate. But when it destroys the gate, it looks like it's double clicking again. So let's see. Once it deletes. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to reset. Because basically it's staying at 0 and it's doing that a whole bunch of times. Many times. So what we're going to do is once it's dead, health depleted, what we're going to do is before we do that, we're going to do gate health and we're going to bump it up to 1. Right? So now it's not going to keep rolling through that. Okay, gate health depleted. So it's just rolling through that over and over and over and over again. So when they do that, when they hit the gate, let's go ahead and show the current gate health. Gate health. gate. So something. So let's see, invoke. So invoke method every, call function every X seconds. Oh, invoke repeating. Wait a second. But invoke repeating. Because what I think is happening is that it's rolling through and it just keeps doing it. Okay, so okay, you're currently calling invoke method every. Well, your invoke method disables my like component rather than decreasing battery. It's pretty confusing, Nate. Repeat is a good spot, but I'll let you test that. And the whatever 30 seconds after 30 seconds, and then repeat 30 seconds after. But see, that's the issue, is that it's not going to stop doing that, I believe. So that's the question, is how does it stop? This is what I want to have every few seconds. Void update if... Okay, so let's look at this. My light enable blah blah blah. Invoke after 1 second. Okay, so basically in 2 seconds it's just going to keep going. So let's try invoke repeating, invoke blah 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 in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So let's go here, and it's here, I believe. Invoke. Game controller damage gate. Yeah, there's an invoke here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Invoke. Invokes the method name in time seconds, then repeat it. So in time seconds, then repeatedly. So what I'm thinking is that it's just doing that after 2 seconds, and then it just keeps going every time, every frame, so it does it 60 times. 60 times a second, because it's dying way too fast. So, oop. Where's the... Okay. Where's the gate health here? It's not displaying it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so here's 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. is dead in 3. Is dead basically instantly, pretty much. That's not what we want. Something's not right here. What did I keep saying? Oh, see? So this is what happens. So it hits the gate. When does it first initially hit the gate? So it hits the gate at 5 seconds. And then at 7 seconds, it's just gonna start to deplete, pretty much. You see here, 7 seconds, but then it depletes again before the end of that 7 seconds. So why is it doing that? It should do the evoke. Damaging gate every 2 seconds. So in 0 seconds, so we want it to basically start damaging immediately, not 2 seconds after. And every repeat rate seconds. So it should be every 2 seconds it takes damage. Okay, so another thing that we should look at is what actual damage are we doing here? So that's where that's coming from, that lag. So we don't want it to do that. We want it to start damaging immediately, but after, we only want it to take damage every 2 seconds. Yeah, so it's instantaneously now. Okay, so 100. So you can see it's not waiting. So something's sticking at something. Something's sticking at somewhere. So character controller. Game controller, so something here, damage gate. So why is it not waiting? Invoke method once after waiting 2 seconds. Unity. So here, rotate, blah, blah, blah. Start coroutine, waiter. Wait for 4 seconds. With a coroutine and wait for seconds real time. Ooh. The only difference between wait for seconds is that wait for seconds real time is using unscaled time to wait, which means that when pausing a game with time.timescale, the wait for seconds real time function would not be affected, but wait for seconds would. I see. Wait and still be able to see how long you've waited. Time.delta time. So that's another thing we could do, time.delta time, and call it every time that every time that it ticks or whatnot. So that's another thing with a coroutine and incremented variable every frame with time.delta time. So that's another way we do it. When you call the invoke function, you could pass in the time to wait before calling that function to its second parameter. But that's the deal. When you go back, does it do it? It does it instantly again. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do the number one here. Let's do a coroutine because it's the easiest to change everything. So let's do a coroutine and fix this. So what we're going to do is instead of this, we're basically going to change this to, so we're just going to put the enumerator waiter, and we're just going to put that here pretty much. So instead of a method, it's just going to say damage gate. Okay, not all codebacks will return value. So basically, then we do whatever we need to do. Yield return new. Wait for whatever seconds. So let's try that. So after it goes here and calls it, it should come back and wait. So then we need to do this start coroutine instead of what we're doing now. So start coroutine. And now this is 4 seconds, which I think is too long. So let's do 2 seconds. And instead of invoke repeating, we need to do start coroutine. And we need to get rid of this. Now that should be better. Let's give that a shot, see what happens. Yep. We're in game again, so let's do that. Let's do this, make sure it sees it. Okay, everything's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back in. Okay, so still not doing it. You can see we definitely don't have as many issues now because it's basically just hitting the gate, zombie hitting gate, geld depleted. But here it did a zombie hitting gate again. So I don't know why that is. So, and you can see how fast the gate revives. So that's also not working. So what I'm thinking is this stuff is not doing what it needs to be doing, and it's definitely not 1 second. Or even this should be even if we did like 30 seconds here, it's not doing what we were telling it to do. Yeah, it's killing it instantly. Okay, so let's do old school timer. Okay, so that didn't work, but that's okay. So let's see here. I need to know what the time.delta time is in. It is in what about just time? let's go back and look at this one. Time dot delta time, just like 3, 1 is routine. Okay, so invoke timer plus time dot delta. Okay, so timer plus time dot delta time. When that is above 2 seconds, then go. But obviously, it's not going to be the same on each system. So we need to change that later on. But right now, that should work. So if gate is hitting, what we're going to do is we're going to change that here. So let's go ahead and do this. Basically, we're going to do the exact same thing you see here. So we're going to do public float timer equals 0. Float with an A after the O. Float timer equals 0. And then here, so instead of the evoke, we're going to do if not timer reached. And then I like this one here. Let's just copy this whole thing and then I'll change it a little bit. So let's just copy this for right now, and then I'll copy this. And then this is basically going to go inside. So if timer not reached, timer plus equals time dot delta time. Timer reached. So basically, this ends so we need something here that sets that timer reached to true. So I'm going to say so I'm going to say it here if I don't really need this timer reached one here. So I'm just going to say if timer is less than 5, and I don't know what this 5 is, delta time. I think it's seconds, pretty sure. Yeah, 2 seconds. So I think it's if timer is less than 5, or let's say less than 2, then timer reached and timer, so then if timer is less than 2, then do that. If timer is greater than 2, reset timer. So let me just show you guys this because I'm not going to use their stuff. And then I'm just going to say here, this one. And then I'm just going to say public void. No need to return anymore. Okay. Damaging gate. Very simple. Huh? What? We are over time right now, but I want to fix this. What is going on here? Oh, derp. I'm missing the bang bang. There we go. Alright, so now every 2 seconds it should do what I want it to do here. So we could use the log to check to make sure that it is indeed doing that. So it is indeed doing 2 seconds now finally. So obviously we could do 1 second. I think it's fine every second. And you can see now the issue is now the regen is messed up. So let's go ahead and do the same deal on the regen. So game controller, regen. So where's the regen? Regen gate. So we basically want to do the exact same thing, public int timer, and then we're just going to go over here to Fireaxe. So this is, it's not perfect because each system is going to be different, but it'll work for right now. And obviously it's getting whatever overflows over the top. We want it to exactly equal that. But right now the rest of the stuff is not working, so oh. Gate regen, right? Gate regen gate regen gate. Regen gate. Okay, so now okay, so let's go back here and check. So it looks like it's not exactly 1 second. So let's bump this up. So what I'm thinking is that it's doing that every couple. It's not. There's some sort of non-exactivity with this timer.delta time or something. So let's do this one more time, and then we'll polish it up in the next video. Cool, but you can see the regen happening. But you can see it's calling it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and then waiting the 2 seconds. So it's calling it 5 times. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to check one last thing. Damage gate. Okay, so we'll figure it out in the next video, but yeah, it shouldn't be doing. So this is normal because basically what's happening is it's calling this is at the beginning. So it should say 100 at the beginning, and then it should decrement, and then it should say it again, right? Which is correct. It's minusing 5. That's correct. But it should take 5. So it should take like 20 seconds, which is obviously way too long. But it's exaggerated so we can get it to work correctly. So it should take 20 seconds for that to work. Also, another thing I want to see, make sure this thing actually goes right. Cool. So everything is working. Obviously that was backwards, but yeah. So we will figure out why it's doing that in the next video, and then we'll probably be done with the gate, and then we could move forward with the crafting. So we'll do the crafting of the wood spears, and then have the integrity of the wood spears and the metal spears, and then we do the prison guard, randomize a prison guard, pick up the key, and then for the guns. But once we do the crafting, we pretty much have our game, and then the gun stuff is the extra stuff. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. This has been Steven from Legit Tech Tutorials, the Legit PC and Legit Mobile. And I'll see you guys for the next video this weekend. Take it easy. Peace.